Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'll be reacting to 4 more anime openings and endings, or should I say opening and endings. It's a 1-to-3 split today. I'm excited to check these out as always, but before we jump in, a massive thank you to Amy the Mysterious for making this donation request. And she dedicates this to Alex, Arya, and Corbin, who almost certainly deserve pizza. And if they didn't get their pizza or ice cream, try cheesecake. I love cheesecake. It's my favorite dessert these days. But yeah, let's jump into this. The first reaction we're going to do is to an anime called Fire Force. And if you're familiar with my anime opening reaction series, you'll know that we've touched on some Fire Force before. So the song we'll be checking out is Veil by Kana Suda. In review, Fire Force is an anime set in a world where people spontaneously combust into fiery monsters called infernals. The Special Fire Force, a group of pyrokinetics, is formed to combat these infernals and uncover the mystery behind the phenomenon. The main character, Shinra, a young pyrokinetic with the ability to ignite his feet, joins Company 8 of the Fire Force, dedicating himself to saving the lives and uncovering the truth about the fire that killed his family. So like I said, the song is Veil by Kana Suda. Let's check it out. Man, that ending got me feeling some kind of way. I don't know. I really like it. Definitely immediately it goes in the nines. I think it is just a super well produced song. Everything in the mix stands out. There's not one instrument that I feel like, man, I wish this was turned up a little bit more. This is a perfect balancing, which is honestly like half the battle, because most of the anime openings and endings I react to, they're all good sounding. They have pleasant enough melodies, great vocals, interesting dynamics within the song. But, I would say of half of the ones that I don't prefer as much, they usually suffer because of the way they're mixed, the way they're panned, the fact that they may feel like they're underwater and being recorded, or some instruments aren't as audible. So I had no complaints on that front here. Love the melody, love the consistent energy and the drums, and man, because we can hear each individual instrument perfectly, the bass really stands out, and the guitars really stand out. We get that almost like fast-paced Japanese prog kind of feel. I always reference Yorushika when it comes to that kind of thing, but time and time again, I'm reminded of their bounciness in this kind of style when played. Just really great from top to bottom. So definitely in the nines. Honestly, we started on a really high note. This is like a 9.3 to 9.6 range, which averages us around 9.45 out of 10. Super solid way to start this one out. And, it's Fire Force, so every single opening I've reacted to from Fire Force thus far has been stellar. They're not failing yet. The endings are delivering too. Now let's check out the next one. This is an anime called Beyblade X. Beyblade X follows Robin, Kazami, and his friends as they try to become pro bladers in the competitive world of X City. Facing challenges and rebuilding their team after a crushing defeat, Robin, seeking to become a pro, teams up with the former pro Blader X and popular influencer Multi-Nana Iroh to form the team Persona and climb the rankings to reach the top of the X Tower. You know, I've heard of Beyblades before. It feels like a very Gen Alpha thing. My girlfriend's younger brother, he likes to play with Beyblades. I don't know much about it other than the fact that they are a massive anime with massive draw to, you know, younger demographics, and the games are really fun to play. It is its like own version of it's like a more, I guess, enjoyable version of fidget spinners. I don't know, I'm probably aging myself at this point. But I read here that Otto is in this, so I'm really excited to hear this one. Stay Gold with Otto and Jax Jones. Whew, let's begin. God, dude. I think we need to start bringing Otto back to the channel. There's a handful of Otto reactions I have in my queue to get to, and I just miss her voice so much. I love her voice. I immediately was going to already mentally give her points, or give this song points for Otto being here. But the way they chose to utilize her, right? Typically, when you listen to Otto, you get the entire range of human emotion through her voice. We get the angry, ragey side, the angsty side, the beautiful sing-songy side, the electric swing side, the jazzy side, the dubstep side, the chill rock side, the really pleasant ballad side. It's all possible, but it always all happens within like the span of 3 minutes. And in this song, she just focused on the ballad and the sweet sing-songy side, and it worked so remarkably well. And with the surrounding instrumentation, when we enter that ramping into the chorus, I'm almost feeling like we're going to transition into a very heavy Otto chorus that we all know and love, but instead we're just given the same like Otto dance sing-songy vibe with the dance instrumentation, and it works so well. If they played this at the club, I would go to the club. Dude, it's like immediately in my mind a 9.5 plus, and it just might be like a 9.8. I don't know. Let's see, 9.7 to 9.8 for sure. I think it's a tight range because as we get up into the 9.7s, 8s, 9s, and the elusive 10, the songs have to, I guess, exponentially fight for their subsequent decimal point. God. And I love the harmonies. I love when Otto layers herself over. So it's not only one beautiful Otto track, it's like 4 or 5 in some of these pockets. So you get this like burst of Otto air, musical air, but you get the point. That makes me happy, man. Let's check out the next one here. The third one of the day is a opening, actually. It's from an anime called Code Geass. That is how you pronounce that. Rose of the Recapture. This is a sequel series to Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion. Code Geass Rose of the Recapture explores themes of revenge, revolution, and the cyclical nature of oppression and conflict. Yes, it is very cyclical, and it happens in repeatable patterns that the previous generation forgets, but the older generation remembers, and they try to get the younger generation to see reason and understand history, but then the younger generation catalyzes problems for the past and future generations. Man, just lock in, guys, lock in. The story picks up years after Lelouch of the Rebellion, with Japan again threatened by a Neo-Britannian empire, highlighting the ongoing struggle for liberation and the potential for power structures to perpetuate cycles of conflict. It also happens narratively at a more granular level, even within the memories and the stories told from generation to generation. And as society becomes more atomized and we lose close familial ties, those, I guess, partitions, those divisions become even larger. So if you are part of a loving family, really, those are blessings. And, it's important to be connected with family, be connected with your elders, your community around, because it is a very ground up, what is the word? Engagement with the world. Keeps you safe. The narrative also delves into the emotional toll of these conflicts and the challenges of achieving lasting peace. This is really interesting to me. Okay, let's jump into it. This is a opening. The song is Running in My Head by Miyavi. Let's begin. Dude, Amy knows what she's doing now, I swear. She figured me out, because every single one of these are just so solidly in the nines. I love the repetition at the end. I think working in reverse order from all the things that kind of immediately came to my mind. Again, this mix is so wonderful. Every instrument is very well pronounced. There was not a moment where I could predict what was going to happen. The structure of the song was very ephemeral, so from moment to moment to moment, things would change. So by the time I understood the structure of what was happening in the current moment, or 5 seconds immediately preceding that moment, something new happens, and then I have to start that learning process all over again. So the moments of repetition, when we get them, they hit even harder because everything is happening so quickly. It is a very quick stream of musical consciousness. And the production on this one, I don't know all of the effects you would need to add to make these guitars and basses sound super blown out, but that kind of is what it feels like is happening in the mix. It's almost like you took a 15-year-old Fender amplifier and plugged your guitar into it, added every effect under the sun, and then went for these massive fun power chords. And when you have this really fast-paced vocal delivery as well, everything around it, it just feels like a moving train. There's no moment where we could have stopped it. Now, given another 2.5, maybe 3 minutes of this song, you could have even more dynamics. So this song, in my mind, has even more potential for growth. Solid all around. 9.3 for sure, out of 10. And we have one last ending to check out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. This one is called ID Invaded the Anime. And this is a sci-fi crime anime where a detective, now in prison, investigates serial killers by entering their unconscious minds, referred to as ID wells, using a special system. You know, as a kid, well, I guess as a high schooler, I loved looking up serial killer documentaries, understanding, you know, through my morbid curiosity, the crazy annals of the human mind and what we are, at our worst, capable of. For whatever reason, they're just so interesting. Again, it has something to do with like humans having this natural tendency to want to stare into the void and understand the morbid. So it's cool that they made a show about this. These ID wells are simulations of the killer's subconscious, allowing investigators to gather clues about their victims, crime scenes, and motives. The main detective is haunted by the murder of his family, and he uses these experiences to fight serial killers, sometimes with a desire to take revenge. Loki reminds me a little bit of the show Dexter, if you guys have heard of it or know about it or have seen it. 8 seasons to that one. If you're going to watch it, watch 1 and 2. If you really love it at that point and are willing to watch the rest, you can tolerate what happens later on, go for it. But I will only recommend to you guys, to the masses, seasons 1 and 2 of Dexter. But let's check this one out. This song is called Other Side Again by Miyavi. Ooh. What is this effect? Oh.
To the other side, diving deep into the night. I'll make you look way out, leave it all behind. I see you on the other side.
Nines all around, man. I think it again gets like a 9.2 to 9.5, which puts us at a 9.35 out of 10. Top to bottom today, just banger after banger after banger after banger. I hardly know her. I feel like these songs, it's almost like hard for me to even like talk about them now because there's so much going on that I don't understand specifically in terms of production and some of these effects, because oftentimes I tend to focus on melody and song structure and kind of the emotions that underlie each of these unique sections and how all of that is threaded together in a very cool musical narrative. And it can be hard for me because I'm not really a producer myself at this point to understand all of the individual effects that are applied to each layer. That said, I love the effects that are applied to these layers, man. Like the guitars, they feel so washed out but full and glitchy. And then you have these digital, almost like synths that come over the top and swell and reverse swell. They get chamfered what's that word? Champered? Never mind. I'm not going to go for that word. That are clipped in the best possible ways, and you get these big choruses that somehow fit the previous vibe when maybe this is my own weird programming, but I always expect these massive rock choruses with huge bass, huge guitar, screaming vocals, beautiful melody, and cascading production. That's like a built-in expectation of mine, and sometimes that gets fulfilled in these opening reactions. Most of the time, and today has been the case, we get a different version of what I'm thinking, and it works for the song. It actually fits the vibe that we feel in the verse, in the pre-chorus, in the bridge sections. Pretty much everything is in line. So all of these songs individually are just so entirely cohesive. But the thing is, I think you could make these choruses even bigger. I think you could plug and play a rock version of these choruses and it would work all the same. Which is why I can imagine, like, in terms of writing a song like this would take a long time, because you're finding something that is adaptable. You're writing something that can go in any direction, and if you're a creative person who spends time on creating music or art or whatever, sometimes that is a bit daunting, right? Because there's limitless possibilities. You could take the same song a million different ways. And that's kind of why I love to hear covers of songs that I love, because you get to hear reimaginations of the same track. I would love it if more artists covered their own songs. And you hear this, definitely in live performance, where they reimagine and perform their same song in a different way. But why not just like an entire album of the same song that we just love so much? I want to hear it in 10 different shades. So man, this was, nines all around. We started super hot with Fire Force and 9.45. Then we got Auto, and immediately, man, 9.75 here, which is our average. Love her. Then we had Code Geass, which got us a 9.3. And then lastly with ID Invaded, another 9 question mark. Yes, another 9, 9.35. So what is that average? Like, the lowest was a 9.3 today, which means A's for the entire class. Solid, super solid. I don't know if you guys have ever been in classes where your grade is not strictly based on your absolute score and percentage, but it's based on the number of A's available. This is what you can refer to as kind of being graded on a class curve, where the teacher, for whatever reason, they only assign 10 A's to a class of 40 students. They give 10 A's, 15 B's, I don't know what is the math, 10 C's and 10 D's or something. They like have the strict rules. So technically, if everybody in the class got a 100% except the one kid who got a 99, instead of there being 40 A pluses, there would be 10 A's, 15 B's, 10 C's, and 10 D's still. Or forget the numbers, man. You get the point, though. I've experienced classes like this. It is not fun to have to compete against your peers. It doesn't create a hospitable, fun, dynamic learning environment. It creates a competitive one where your life feels like it's on the line. You are perpetually under stress and anxiety. Unless you're cut out for that kind of thing and you love competition and you love to tear your peers who are just trying to learn down. In that case, I guess stop watching my videos. I don't know. Just kidding. If you enjoyed my reaction today and would like to make a request yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.